Welcome to this week's edition of the Dakota Angler 2-Minute Fishing Report. Well, I guess Mother Nature delivered exactly what we were looking for and what we talked about last week, and that's the cold weather. Boy, have we added a lot of ice around there, and just in time, because in some areas around southeast South Dakota, the lakes were starting to get a little bit more questionable, shall we say, but not any longer. There's a lot of good ice out there, and some people are driving it all over the place. So again, use your own discretion. We'll never say there's anything such as completely safe ice. You need to make the decision yourself on what you feel is capable of supporting the weight of whatever vehicle you may be driving at that point in time. The nice thing is that the weather has really allowed a lot of people to get it out. They feel a little bit safer, so they're getting out this past weekend. And the lake started producing some really nice fish lately. The lakes up in the northeastern part of the state that produce walleyes included Bitter, Walleye, Blue Dog, 3-Buck, we haven't talked about that in a while, Dry Lake by Clark as well as by Florence, Indian Springs, Christopherson Slough, that's a small body close to Indian Springs, and then also Casey Slough, and then also Opitz. Down in the southeastern part of the state, the lakes that produce walleyes continue to be the same ones that we've talked about in previous weeks. Dry Lake by Willow Lake, Ponset, Thompson, Whitewood, Oak, 81 Ponds, Sinai, Twin, and North Island. In both of those lakes, Twin and North Island, the ice has gotten a lot better in both of those locations. Now, what have they been doing? What have they been using to catch the walleyes? Now, what we've started to do in the past couple of weeks is actually show you some of the lures that you may not recognize, but a lot of people are using the Northland buckshot rattle spoons, whether or not it's the tungsten or the glass or the regular buckshot spoons. All have been producing some nice walleyes lately, tipped with the minnow head. Other people have been also using the clam psycho shad. That's been working quite well. And then other people have been using the Northland thumper spoon. That's new this year. That's this lure right here, very similar to any type of flutter spoon, but it also has a unique little small blade. I don't know if you can see that right there, but it has that small blade, and that seems to be doing the trick, again, tipped with a minnow head. The other one is an Acme Ice Winder, again, new this year. That's right there, and then this one here is using the Moonshine Glow Paint. So again, very popular, to say the least, this past week, in the past 2 weeks, and again, tipped with the minnow head. Now, as far as the perch bite is concerned around the area, that has been a little bit more consistent lately, shall we say. The lakes that have been producing perch include Walleye, Big Stone, Dry Lake by Clark, Florence, as well as Willow Lake, and then also Nelson Slough, then Ponset, Whitewood, a few being caught at Thompson, and also 81 Ponds, Sinai, and the Iowa Great Lakes. A lot of people have been going down there lately and having quite a bit of luck, to say the least. Now, what have people been using to catch the perch or the past week or two? A lot of small Northland coffin spoons. That's a little bit of a surprise, but a lot of guys have had a lot of good luck with that. A lot of the glow spoons have been working well. Also something else is small tungsten jigs. Doesn't matter what it is, just a small tungsten jig. When that school of perch comes by, you want to get down there quick, take the perch off, get back down there right away, and the tungsten allows you to do that. Something new this year, and we talked about this before, the clam PT spoons. Whether, the new PT paint jobs, the painted treble has really done exceptionally well so far. Here's the Tika Flash with the PT look, the painted treble spoon. So treble hook, excuse me. So that has worked really well. Again, has been probably one of the better sellers so far this year. And then also the Pinhead Pros. We've talked about them in past, but this year they came out with the PT look to it. This has also worked really, really well. Again, I don't know if it's the treble hook or if it's that's painted, that's triggering it, or the paint scheme, or whatever. Those two lures have been working really well. So if you're not familiar with the new PT scheme from Clam, make sure you stop by here at the store and take a look at what we have, or check us out on the web at dakotaangler.com. In this week's edition of Todd's Tackle Tips, we're going to talk about something that's pretty important, probably pretty close to the importance of catching fish, and that's feeding yourself food. Who doesn't like to eat while they're out there ice fishing? And for a number of years you would stuck with anything cold. Obviously you're sitting on the ice. What else can you do? You have a cold sandwich or anything like that. You may use your buddy heater or anything, your other type of heater, to cook yourself a meal. But now there's an easier way of doing it. We've been selling these old meals for the past couple of years, and they are very, very popular when it comes to ice fishing, because all you need is water. And guess what? You're sitting on a bunch of water, and you can use that water to give yourself and your family a hot meal. There's a number of different varieties, and you can even have lunch, supper, or even breakfast. One of our favorites, here's what we have for breakfast, is the oatmeal maple brown sugar. Unbelievable flavor, to say the least, and these things cook up in a matter of minutes. All you have to do is open up the flavor pack and open up the pouch and pour water into it and seal it back up, and it will cook that meal extremely hot, and within a matter of 2 to 3 minutes. And it has all the utensils you need as well. It has servings of utensils for 1 or 2 people, so keep that in mind as well. But again, there's some great options available for you for breakfast, or if you're looking for lunch or supper, here's one of my favorites: chicken Creole with rice, with brown rice. It is just a fabulous meal, to say the least. I just love the flavor. And there's, again, a number of other chicken dishes. If you don't like chicken, there's beef. The vegetable chili is very popular, the turkey chili. You name it, we have it right here. And these things are nice to take along with you wherever you go. A lot of people even keep them as an emergency meal in their vehicle in case they ever become stranded this time of year. So again, there are a number of uses for these meals. They never go bad, and they can be used only if you have some water around you. So if you have water, you can prepare a hot meal for you in a matter of seconds. These things are available here at the store or also online. But again, check out the old meals. You won't be disappointed. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And as always, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report, and who doesn't, all you have to do is send it to todd@dakotaangler.com. Before we end this week's report, I want to remind you that the best way to stay up to date with all the information and all the things that are going on here at the store is to follow us on social media and also on our website at dakotaangler.com. But you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, you name it, we're out there. So that's some of the best ways to stay up to date on some of the sales, or also some inside information as well. But also, if you have any questions about what you hear on the report or on our social media feeds, all you have to do is stop by here at the store or give us a call at 605-336-9132. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report for Dakota Angler. I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on! We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Stay healthy and always stay safe.